Welcome back to Go Again Gaming. Welcome back to round 5 of the league. That means absolutely nothing. We've got a very special one for you today. I hope you've been following the Hunted, and I hope you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure Az has done phenomenal graphical work for this, as a new challenger has entered the league. That means absolutely nothing. I am your voice of the league, Ian Holland, and I'm very proud and very excited to see what Dylan Samuels, the Arakni man, massive Arakni fan, is going to do today, bringing Arakni Marionette into the league. That this deck is so cool. Anyone who has played it or seen it be played, it's just awesome. It's super aggressive and but can play this cool mid-range game plan. And yeah, it's just awesome. The transforming element is just so well done. Anyone who's played the Hunted Limited or anything like that knows what I'm talking about. But Dylan taking on Jay, the Zen State Fab, Vynsett Iron Maiden main. I have no idea how this matchup is going to go. And I'm super, super excited. So I don't have any further ado. I've nothing more to say. Let's get into the gameplay and see what happens.
Another awesome sponsor here on The League That Means Nothing for Season 3 is My Metal Cards, who make some fantastic metal card tokens to spice up your battlefield when playing Flesh and Blood. Go and check them out at mymetalcards.etsy.com or Twitter at my_metal_cards. And make sure you use the League That Means Nothing special discount by using Let's Play The League That Means Nothing. Let's Play TLTMN to get 5% off your order and receive one of these special new tokens exclusive to this league and this league only. Go and check them out when you can. That's My Metal Cards. Let's get on with the tournament.
So we have Dylan rocking that fantastic chest piece. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but what it does is it has AB1 and Spell Void 1. Very, very good. Jay simply going to banish a root to create a rune chant, play a malefic incantation, arsenal, and pass. Just about as good a turn for Vynsett going first as possible. Also, Dylan rocking the new mask, the Mask of Deceit, the one that allows you to become a different member of the Brood at random or by choice, depending on if your opponent is marked or not. But we're going to lead off here with the Mark of the Black Widow. When it hits a marked hero, banish a card from your hand. But, Ian, you foolish viewer may say, Jay is not marked. There are many, many ways in Marionette to instant speed or reaction speed mark, including Reaper's Call, tip off if you are so derangedly inclined, or just good old fashioned flick knives. Flick knives, throwing a dagger, throwing one of the hunter's claves. So not only would Hunter's Clave mark J, it would give this attack +1 because of Marionette's text, and on hit go again. Pretty good text, if I do say so myself. Instead, in reactions, we're just going to play a Razor's Edge, so we're going to throw this one up to 6, and then we're going to flick a Clave. So this is going to put it up to 7, go again, dealing a point of very uninteractable damage. There are slight things you can do, shelter, calming breeze, or in the case of Vynsett, haunting rendition. So now Arakni's text is active, so +1, and when hits, gains go again. Looks like Jay just taking the hit there, banishing a malefic from hand. And Dylan with the choice of what to do. Jay no longer marked because the damage has been dealt. We're simply going to Arsenal and pass. So Tunic and Vynsett we're going to get our widespread destruction. Do we have a runechant generator by any chance? We have a shadow puppetry. No, we have a deadwood dirge. So that runechant is going to become 3 more runechants. So we have 4. And I saw shadow puppetry. So this is going to be a double rune gate turn here for Jay very comfortably. So paying the life as well, making sure. So 4 is going to come in here. Means we're both going to lose our arsenal here, obviously. So this is coming in for 4 and 7 when damage is dealt. At the close of the combat chain, our arsenals are going to be banished. Now, Jay, you have a malefic incantation trigger. That is the whole point of a turn like this. Come on, my guy. Malefic incantation, a very, very, very powerful card as long as you remember to use it, you know? Dylan just giving up the 7 block here. Both of us banishing our arsenal. That is a up sticks. Pretty good. Jay, you remembered the whole purpose, the whole reason behind this. And then we're going to follow up with a eloquent eulogy. Thing is, didn't even need to close the combat chain. But the damage is dealt here. We get our eloquence token. We take our point of blood debt. And it is Dylan with a 2-card hand here, having lost some pretty good cards. What looked like an Art of Desire, a Tarantula Toxin, and obviously the up sticks, which would have bought back the clave, and kind of explains why Dylan was so quick to just yeet the clave. But here we have Mark the Prey coming in for 3 on hit mark. Probably just going to be a flat 3, I would reckon. Allows Dylan to set up an arsenal. But Jay, choosing the block 6, decides, I don't want to be marked. That doesn't sound great. What are we banishing here? We're ticking up our tunic. We are banishing a Deathly Delight, creating a rune chant. Do we have a non-attack to go with this eloquence? Do we have something at all? Who knows? We do. We have a cull, so the cull is going to have go again. So Dylan is going to be forced to banish a card from hand, and we're going to pay a life, thus creating, making sure that we have lost life at least this turn, and we get to refresh our eloquence token. And then we're going to attack with our eloquent eulogy for 1 and 4. We're going to trigger our malefic. We're not going to forget it this time, Jay. Good job. I joke, I kid. It's all jokes. But we get our new eloquence token. We take our 1 blood debt. We get our rune chant. Technically, we have 2 eloquence tokens, but that's neither here nor there. In comes Hunter's Clave for 1 with piercing, so blocking with equipment doesn't quite cover it. Taking the mark. And in comes Mark of the Black Widow. So 4 on hit go again. When hits marked hero, they banish a card. So we're going to use Stains of the Red back because J is marked. This costs one less, and this is going to go up to 7. And gains go again, but on hit go again already. J taking 7 and forced to banish a card from hand, but losing the mark, banishing a Deathly Delight. Deathly Whale, actually. Deathly Delight is the life gain one. Deathly Whale is the other one. Dylan obviously making quite a lot of use of Arakni's main hero text, not so much the Brood in this matchup. So we're going to play a Beseech the Demagon for +3 to an attack in our Banish Zone, paying a life, and coming in with our Deathly Delight, 2 Arcane, threatening 8 damage as well, physical. Yeah, so the Arcane is taken. We trigger our Malefic. We trigger our Trigger our Malefic. J, 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 J. Oh, man. There we go. Zen State Fab. The pinnacle of Vynsett gameplay. You ain't no Talishar gamer here, Jay. You gotta remember your triggers, baby. But Deathly Delight coming in here for 8. When damage is so Dylan has taken some damage, Jay has taken some damage, so 2 life will be gained from this card. If we are going to Tunic, we could Tunic Creepers something and play another card. But it looks like we're going to block 8 and become one of the Brood. I wonder who we will be. Ooh, good roll hitting Black Widow. One of the better ones for anyone who doesn't point know. Definitely one of the better ones. Threatens the hand. It is Mark of the Black Widow on your hero text. But we're going to show that's a good one. Yeah, so we're going to Creepers in, Revel in Runeblood, going up several rune chants. Not for Jay, you have another one hanging out over there. Surprised that you are using the Phantom Banshee and not the Deathly Whale. That's generally what I would have expected. Interesting. But dealing the rune chance and then sending in 7 physical. Dylan with 2 cards in hand, card in arsenal. But this one, obviously, no real on hit. There's no on hits anyway anymore. The damage has all kind of been dealt. But, 7, not a small number. And we're just going to block 5 here, taking 2. Taking 2. Jay is going to move to the end of turn. At the close of the combat chain, we're going to gain 2, and we're going to net lose 1. So we're going to gain 2, go to 19, thanks to Blood Debt. But has managed to steal, kind of got all the tempo here. Dylan just going to pass, keeping a card in arsenal, becoming Marionette once more. Jay banishing a Phantom Wraith to Vynsett's trigger to generate our rune chant for the turn. Popping Vexing Quillhand, going up to 3 rune chants. Playing our Beseech the Demagon for +3 on an attack action, paying a life to Vynsett, forcing a rune chant through here, meaning with this Deathly Wail, we are locking in 2 rune chants on the close of the combat chain. So 3 arcane coming in, one of which is unpreventable. So Dylan choosing to take the arcane here. Thinking about pitching for the rest of it, perhaps? Yeah, pitching 2 to the others. And now we have 9 physical coming in. So that is going to meet a block of 9, and J is going to become marked because we are. Oh, it doesn't have go again. Never mind. That is Lair of the Spider. Not. What's the other one? Den of the Spider. It's Den of the Spider that I'm thinking of. So Lair of the Spider only obviously affects cards with go again. Hence why it is a ninja card. And we're going to succumb to temptation here. Using because arcane damage has been dealt, we regain an action point. We close the combat chain to make 2 rune chants, and then we get to send in this Phantom Wraith, dealing the full 8 damage, putting Dylan to 8. Not a good spot here at all for Mr. Marionette. An inauspicious debut in the league that means absolutely nothing, but we have to remember A, it means nothing, and B, it's a new deck. It's a new deck. Most people don't figure out a new deck on the fly like this. Oh, that's not a good start. Jay banishing a Envelope in Darkness, playing a Beseech, and then pitching to attack with Deathly Wail. Paid the hard way. Here comes the Iron Price. So 1 arcane forced through by the Vynsett ability, and then a full block on our Deathly Wail, creating 2 rune chants on the back end, 7 versus 17. Dylan finally gets a chance to do something, and it's going to be a good one. Bonds of Agony. Good card. It looks like Jay has said no blocks. Now, this is strange to me, but we're going to just give it go again, and then Kiss of Death. Maybe Dylan did not have the 3rd react. Kiss of Death coming in here for 3. On hit, they're going to lose a life. Kiss of Death, such a cool card. Just a dagger attack. Blocking 3 on Kiss of Death. We're going to shred. That's why. That's why we didn't get 2 bonds. For anyone watching this, don't put shred in your arsenal. Don't do it. It's just going to rot. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen so many times on stream where shred just dies on its ass in an into an aggressive deck where they just go, yeah, feck it, no blocks, show me what you got. Anyway, we're going to Shadow Puppetry here. We have a widespread Ruin in Banish. We're paying a life to Vynsett, and we're going to come in here for 3 and 7. Both heroes are going to be forced to banish the top card of their deck at the close of the combat chain. Dylan is going to be forced to take 1 point of damage here from a rune chant. So we have a card in hand and a tunic counter, which I believe was indicated there. So the first damage taken there. And we're going to pitch Persuasive Prognosis to prevent 2. And then dropping the hand, as it were, to block 7, making sure Jay doesn't get extra value out of this widespread. We're both forced to banish. Dylan loses Kiss of Death, Jay loses a Malefic, Arsenals, and passes. Dylan just super on the back foot here, just passing, trying to survive. Maybe Jay is going to brick off. It has been known to happen. In Vynnset, it's happened on occasion. It does be happening. But, we've four cards to choose from here, and we're going to banish a Cull. So we get our rune chant. Tells me we ain't rune gating this turn. We don't quite have the resources to do it. But we do have a Marverian Skies. Good old Runeblade Stalwart and pitch into Deathly Whale. So we're going to send in one Arcane uh, and six go again on hit, create rune chants. So two rune chants created on hit here. Cull obviously can't be played at instant speed, but we'll probably see play after this because it can be played from the banish zone. Dylan probably thinking if I prevent this rune chant, those spellbound creepers are gone, 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 gone. And that is super relevant. But if he does, he has to block this Deathly Whale because otherwise you're going to make three rune chants and you get to cull the last card. So I have to give you my entire hand if I want to prevent this. Kind of in an awkward spot here. So yeah, we're going to prevent the rune chant. We're going to make sure those spellbound creepers are not long for this world. And we have 6 block extended on this Deathly Whale. No damage. No rune chance for Mr. Zen State Fab. Thinking about whether he's going to play this Cull and force this last card out of Dylan's hand. No, but he is going to attack with Flail of Agony, thus losing a life, creating a rune chant, still on the combat chain, and now Cull is still alive. And yeah, the flail being met with a flick knives. Cull can now be played at instant speed to strip this last card from Dylan. But we do get our rune chant. And no more flick knives removes an awful lot of inevitability that this assassin deck can often present. Anyone who's played against Syndra knows exactly what I'm talking about. Those daggers are such a pain in the hole. Yeah, Jay going to play the Cull. Let's just take that last card. We ain't giving you any routes back into this game that I am miles ahead in. Closing the combat chain, we get our one rune chant, thanks to Flail of Agony having a price. Not the best weapon in the world, but hey, you'll take it. It really enables some of your plays. Now, Dylan just drawing up. It's a good chance we could see a fatigue spot here at this point. Banishing an Eloquent Eulogy, playing a Malefic. So, Eloquent Eulogy going to be very playable here and comes equipped with a rune chant on the end of it. And we are simply going to send in 2 Arcane and 4, create a rune chant on the back. And the rune chants are going to be prevented and going to meet 4 in blocks. J moving to Arsenal. No blood debt, drawing up. Dylan finally been left with a card in hand here. What is it though? It is a Leave No Witnesses. Pretty good card. One of the better assassin cards. For those unfamiliar, it is banish opponent's red cards whenever you do, create a silver. When it hits a hero, banish the top card of their deck and up to 1 card in their arsenal. So let's see what Jay decides to do here. I don't think you're getting any more value out of good old face purgatory right now. But we're giving up the tunic instead. So blocking 4 here. Blocking 4 on 4. Pretty solid stuff. Going to our turn, banishing a widespread rune, generating our second rune chant that we need to play it. Are we able to force through a couple points of damage here? We are. We have our third shadow puppetry. We are paying a life for Vynsett, going to 8, forcing Dylan to at least be at 5. So 2 arcane coming in here, one of which is unpreventable, one of which is preventable. And we are picking up another rune chant thanks to Malefic Incantation. Looks like we are back on the taking all the cards off you, Dylan train. And 2 cards in hand. So it looks like 1 rune chant definitely taken. Yeah, taking the second one because it is less efficient to pitch for those than it is to block. And we are blocking 6 here and Lair of the Spider. So we are blocking 7 and marking J. We're in fact over blocking by 2 points with 1 card left in hand here. Obviously, we still have Go Again. We have 2 cards in hand. Who knows what's coming next for Vynsett. Oh, well, obviously Jay knows. It's a Deathly Well. So 1 arcane. And 5. Blocking 3, taking 2. Closing the combat chain is going to create 3 rune chants. And 2 rune chants. And both players going to banish the top card of their deck. Jay hits a Succumb to Temptation. Nothing fancy there. Dylan back to rolling for Arakni. We don't get to go search for a trap, which would have been slightly better, but we are going to become Orb Weaver, who allows us to create Graphene Chelicerae. Tell me if in the comments that I got that right. I think I did. But we're going to banish to Vynsett a Widespread Annihilation. Going to make one of those rune chants into 3 rune chants. Jay, it went from 3 to 4. That's not how that card works at all. And in comes what should be 5, but it is 4. Making a rune chant from the Malefic, full blocking and full blocking. Arsenaling, passing. Here we go. Do, 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 do. Here we go again, I guess. Drawing up for Jay. All we need to do is find a shadow non-attack action. With Go Again, preferably, because obviously if it doesn't have Go Again, it's, worth feck all. Banishing a Deathly Delight here to create a rune chant. Playing an Envelope in Darkness, creating a rune chant, paying a life to Vynsett, and forcing the damage through here. 3 with 1 unpreventable, and that is going to be game. Jay moving into 4 and 1. Only loss to Irish Ira specialist, Jamie McCabe. Dylan moving to 3-2, still very much in the chances of top 8, I believe, unless you crash out. Please don't. I would love to see Mario hit the top 8 of the league. That means absolutely nothing. I hope you liked the video. I hope you loved seeing our new hero from the Hunted, Arakni Marionette, Mario, affectionately known by his friends. And if you did enjoy it so much, you know what you should do? You should like the video. You should comment down below and tell us everything you liked about The Hunted and Mario and everything else. And after you've done that, I think you should subscribe. After all, how else are you going to get all of the notifications for the League That Means Nothing 3, especially with our last round of Swiss coming up and the top 8, which will be coming out any day now. As our round 6s continue to wrap up in the background. But I've been your voice of the league, Ian Holland. Find us _spirit on Twitter. Find us spirit.bsky.social on Blue Sky. And I don't really have much more to say other than good luck, and I will see you in the next one.